all of you. In the last video, we have to study about the magnetic induction at any point along a line making an angle of theta with the axis of the dipole. After that, we have to see the very important law. That law is known as Gauss law. Gauss law in magnetism. This Gauss law studied about the magnetic field in a closed loop, and he proved that the line integral of magnetic field over a closed loop is equal to 0. What is meant by Gauss law? The line integral of magnetic field over a closed loop is equal to 0. For that, we have to consider a magnet. We know that the magnetic lines of force, they can be starts from n pole and end with south pole. Suppose this is a north pole and this is south pole. Means the magnetic lines of force, they can start from north pole and end with south pole. If we have to consider any closed loop in this way, suppose this is a closed loop, that is a PQRS, then according to Gauss theorem, line integral of magnetic field over a closed loop is equal to 0. Means the magnetic field in the closed loop is not present. Means the maximum is here. At the pole, the magnetic field is maximum. And if we have to go from pole to the center, slowly the magnetic field can be decreases, and at the center it becomes very low or equal to 0. After that, we have to see the another important phenomenon, that is very important thing, that is the Earth's magnet. Earth's magnetism. First of all, we have to see Earth's magnetism means when the any bar magnet or magnetic needle is situated on the surface of the earth, it always stay in the north-south direction. Why this happens? Because earth itself behave as a magnet, and that magnet is known as imaginary magnet or hug magnet. This earth magnet has three important parameters. One is angle of declination. One important parameter is angle of declination. Second one is angle of inclination, or it is also known as angle of dip. And the third important parameter is the horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field. Earth's magnetic field. To see here, if we have to consider the Earth's magnetism, means Earth behave as itself as an imaginary magnet, and it has a magnetic property. On the surface of the earth, the magnetic field is about 10 to the power minus 4 Gauss. And the important parameters about the earth's magnetism are angle of declination, angle of inclination, and horizontal component of earth's magnetic field. To define angle of declination, It is the angle between geographic meridian and magnetic meridian. The angle between geographic meridian and magnetic meridian, it is denoted by theta. Its value is lies between 11.2 degree to 11.5 degree. After that, we have to see the angle of inclination or angle of dip. The angle between horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field and the resultant magnetic induction, that is a B. This angle is known as angle of dip or angle of inclination. It is denoted by delta. The Earth's magnetic field has two components, that is horizontal component as well as a vertical component. From figure we have to write BH is equal to B cos delta and BV is equal to B sin delta. From this equation we have to determine B is equal to under root of BH square plus BV square, and tan delta is equal to BV divided by BH, means it is equal to this implies that delta is equal to tan inverse BV upon BH. Using these formulas, we have to determine the horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field using the total magnetic field as well as angle of dip. Also, we have to determine the vertical component of magnetic field by using a resultant magnetic field and angle of dip, as well as we have to find the value of angle of dip by using vertical component as well as horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field. There are number of cases. The resultant magnetic induction, that is B is equal to under root of BH square plus BV square, and delta is equal to tan inverse BV upon BH, where BV is the vertical component of Earth's magnetic field and BH is the horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field. There are number of cases of values of BV, BH and delta. First case is at the magnetic north pole. मॅग्नेटिक नॉर्थ पोलवर काय होतं आहे, बीची किंमत ही काय असते, बी व्ही सारखी असते. म्हणजे रिझल्टंट मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड इज इक्वल टू व्हर्टिकल कॉम्पोनंट ऑफ अर्थ्स मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड अँड इट इज इन द अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन. At that time, the horizontal component becomes 0 and the value of angle of inclination is 90 degree. Second case is at the magnetic south pole. The resultant magnetic induction, the value of resultant magnetic induction is also equal to the vertical component of Earth's magnetic field, but it is directed in the downward direction and the horizontal component becomes 0. The value of delta is that is angle of inclination is 270 degree. The third case is anywhere on the magnetic great circle, that is on the magnetic equator, the value of resultant magnetic field on the Earth's surface is equal to horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field and it is along the north-south direction. The value of vertical component becomes 0 and angle of inclination is also equal to 0. Means these are the important cases asked in the exam for 1 marks, also in the MCQ. After that, we have to see the very important concept that is used for the navigation. We know that the earth elements, that is the earth parameters, are the resultant magnetic induction as well as magnetic field on the surface of the earth, angle of declination, angle of inclination and horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field. They are time varying factors and due to varying values of BH, delta and theta, the lines will be drawn and that lines are known as magnetic lines or magnetic map. Therefore, we have to define here the magnetic map drawn by joining. Magnetic map drawn by joining the places with the same value of particular elements are called a isomagnetic chart, or that is known as magnetic map. This magnetic chart or magnetic map consists of three types of lines, that is isodynamic lines, isogonic lines, and aclinic lines. What is meant by isodynamic lines? The lines joining the places of equal horizontal component. म्हणजे पृथ्वीच्या सरफेसवर ज्या लाईन्स आपण ड्रॉन करतो त्या अशा लाईन्स असल्या पाहिजे की हॉरिझॉन्टल कॉम्पोनंट काय असला पाहिजे, त्याचा इक्वल असला पाहिजे, म्हणजे सेम असला पाहिजे. त्या लाईन्सला आपण काय म्हणतो, आयसोडायनॅमिक लाईन्स म्हणतो. आयसोगोनिक लाईन्स म्हणजे काय हो, द लाईन्स जॉईनिंग द प्लेसेस ऑफ इक्वल डिक्लिनेशन. ज्या ठिकाणी अँगल ऑफ डिक्लिनेशन हे सारखं असेल अशा जेव्हा आपण लाईन्स काढतो त्या लाईन्सला आपण आयसोगोनिक लाईन्स असं म्हणतो. अँड द लाईन्स जॉईनिंग द प्लेसेस ऑफ इक्वल इन्क्लायनेशन, म्हणजे अँगल ऑफ इन्क्लायनेशन हे इक्वल असलं पाहिजे अशा लाईन्स जेव्हा आपण ड्रॉ करतो पृथ्वीच्या सरफेसवर त्या लाईन्सला आपण अक्लिनिक लाईन्स असं म्हणतो. अँड दीज लाईन्स तुम्ही मराठीमध्ये शिकला असाल भूगोलामध्ये की अक्षवृत्त, रेखावृत्त, हॉरिझॉन्टल लाईन्स, व्हर्टिकल लाईन्स आणि दॅट इज रोटेटिंग लाईन्स, अशा वेगळ्या लाईन्स, अक्षवृत्त, रेखावृत्त याच्यावरून आपण ते भूगोलामध्ये शिकलेले आहोत. आणि हे अतिशय इम्पॉर्टंट आहे. आपल्या पृथ्वीवर आपली सिच्युएशन कुठं आहे, आपण कसं राहतो, कोणत्या रेखावृत्तात राहतो, कोणत्या अक्षवृत्तात राहतो, तापमान कसं आहे, थंड आहे का, उष्ण आहे का, मध्यम आहे, हे सगळ्याचा अभ्यास ॲज वेल ॲज नेव्हिगेशनमध्ये सुद्धा याचा उपयोग होतो. तर अशा पद्धतीनं 11वीची थेरी आपली या ठिकाणी संपलेली आहे. माझी परत विद्यार्थ्यांना रिक्वेस्ट आहे की अतिशय साध्या आणि सोप्या भाषेत हे ठेवण्याचा प्रयत्न मी तुमच्यासमोर केलेला आहे. तुम्ही किमान 2-3 वेळेला व्हिडिओ बघत चला. व्हिडिओला लाईक करा, कॉमेंटसुद्धा द्यायला विसरू नका आणि खूप चांगला अभ्यास करा. तुम्हाला सगळ्यांना माझ्याकडनं अभ्यासासाठी शुभेच्छा. धन्यवाद.